Hello all, and another video today regarding the Belfast riots. And in this video I wanted to talk about the situation with regard to the political response to this. The politicians on all sides of the divide in Northern Ireland have rightly come out and condemned the riots and the fact that they are a blast from the past, but not in a good way. That they are something that we thought we had put behind us as a culture here in Ireland, both north and south. But the terrible head of this awful monster that is sectarian and racial violence has basically come back into Irish politics again, and Northern Irish politics too. Thankfully, in Stormont, parties from all sides have rightly condemned this atrocity and the stabbing attack that took place and prompted it. The both Unionist and Nationalist parties in Stormont, which is the Northern Irish Regional Assembly, came out to object to it, as well as the Alliance Party and those in the centre who are not of either persuasion or ideology. Here in the Republic of Ireland, the Dáil Éireann has come out and basically condemned it in very, very strong terms. The ruling party, Fine Gael, with its coalition partner Fianna Fáil, both made very strong statements in the Dáil condemning the violence, as well as the opposition party Sinn Féin, which has a sister branch in Northern Ireland that is currently the controlling party of the Northern Irish Assembly. They rightly made very strong comments regarding their condemnation, but also making the point that there were the first responders and members of the public who came bravely to help the person who was stabbed, that they should be acknowledged in a very positive way. Now, over in the UK, in the British Parliament, this has also been debated with all sides of the British political divide, both Tory and Labour, condemning the violence. But the only group in the UK that I still haven't heard a direct condemnation of the violence in Northern Ireland is the Reform Party. Like, Nigel Farage has been very, very quiet with regards to this, and his deputy, however, a guy called Richard Tice, came out and didn't condemn the violence, didn't condemn the riots, but made the case that the riots were the blame should fall on the Labour government, of course, as well as the fact that a whole slew of excuses for people basically coming out and burning other people's homes, burning other people's cars, and burning buses, not to mention many other things. There is a long list of these, so this is just trying to remember everything he said, because it gets into real farcical land. What did he put the blame on? He put the blame on of course, emigration. He put the blame on the input of refugees into communities in Northern Ireland and other places. He put the blame on Iran and the Iranian war. He put the blame on net zero. He put the blame on basically anything he could rattle off the top of his head. A lot of things which are completely unconnected to what has actually happened. Now, let's call a spade here, right? One guy took a knife and sliced up another guy. The attacker is 100% completely at fault, no matter what nationality he might be or what his circumstances are. The victim, we need to give all condolences to and hope that he recovers, despite the fact that we know at this stage that he did lose an eye and was very badly wounded. But But he needs all the support and all of the love that we can send him and his family. That's the facts of the case. Everything else is just political football. It's just basically trying to score points off other people's misery. And like I've said in other videos, and I'll say it again, this has to bloody stop, because all it does is it just inflames people, and in some regions of the UK it basically causes huge amounts of upsets that are very difficult to contain, because there's other elements there which will cause massive, huge problems. Like blaming the Labour and Tory governments for a part of the UK that doesn't actually vote for either Labour or Tory because they have their own political groups there, is just goes to show for A, that Tice is completely disconnected from the whole issue, and B, that he is just using this to help promote his own party. Please, politicians in the UK, get an education. Look at how this turned out in the past for our island, and how inflaming this sort of hatred caused years and years and years of sectarian violence, which spilled out into UK streets. And just be very, very careful how you go about doing this. The right response is condemn the attackers, the attacker, condemn the rioters, and give your sympathy for the victims, and your heartfelt congratulations to those who stood up to them. Anyway, that's it.